Welcome back to Launch Your Light, a podcast for the mystical and magical woman here to share her soul purpose. All right, everyone, we've got a special occurrence for you today. I am going to start coaching some magical women in my community. Some are friends, some are old friends, some are new friends, some are people who have just been following me for years. Some are people who are listening to this podcast and don't even know who I am. But this is what I do behind the scenes. And I thought it would be really cool and supportive and helpful to bring it out from behind the scenes so that you can listen. What I've learned in years of being a coach and a mentor is that I learn so much when I am listening and watching someone else get coached. So these powerful sessions are so needed in the world right now, especially with what these women are going to be sharing with us. And I'm going to share it with you. So I would love to welcome to the call my friend, Emily Allen, who I actually went to college with 20 years ago. Has it been 20 years now?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah. That sounds crazy to say, right?
2004. Oh my God.
Right. It was. This will be our 20th year.
We started, yeah. I can't
Okay.
believe
Well,
back in the
here
door.
we are. Back when life was easy. I don't know what we were doing back then. I don't know what problems
So
we thought we
easy.
had in the 2004, but now it's this year. It's 2024. Shit is wild. And we're going to focus on you, though. We're going to focus on you and what's going on. So, I would love, I guess my first question to kick this call off is when you saw that I was putting out some coaching and you saw my little post that I put up in the group, what inside of you was like, oh, I need that.
I feel like I just need something that brings my life together because I'm always on TikTok, oh, what's the next thing? What can I do? I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a little, craft business and I do a little part-time work for a nonprofit. But I'm what's more? I need to get more. And you are just amazing when you talk to people and you
Thank you.
show people really what's up, whether you need to guide them or push them or whatever. And I'm you know what? Let's do it. Let's see it.
Yes.
Let's
Okay.
let's do it.
And I will preface this video with I'm a coach mentor. So the coaching side is, really the main belief about coaching is that the person you're talking to deep down inside or in their energy field, in their brain, in their heart, in their desires, knows what they want. And you have a vision for where
Yeah.
you want to go or what this could look like. You have this ideal, you have this desire, whatever it is, right? You've got this thing, right? And there's a gap between it. Coaches really help close that gap. Right. So it's not that I'm going to be telling you what to do. It's going to be me helping you dig and find and explore and illuminate some
Right.
blocks, some issues, some things that we could take some action on and that. I'm also a mentor though. So at the end of this call, I would love to help you walk away with some sincere strategy that can help you move forward with that. How does that sound?
That's exactly what I need. I need I feel like I have a bunch of squiggles and I need them to just be straightened out.
Okay.
That's maybe that's the best way to describe it. I don't
That's
know.
great.
We'll talk about this. We'll figure it out.
No, our listeners, that's a great analogy for our listeners, right? Because they're here, they can't see us right now. In our hot, sweaty, stay-at-home mom vibes we've got going on in the deep summer. Okay, tell me more about these squiggles.
Well, I just feel like maybe I have a bunch of open tabs
Okay.
in my brain.
Yep.
And I have all of the resources. I just don't know how to put them into play enough to build a good balance in my life.
I'm taking notes here. So if there's a pause or a moment of space, guys, as you're listening, just breathe for the listener. Okay. Breathe for the coachee. Ooh, that's a fun cup. She's got a sparkly cup she's brought to this. All right.
Oh,
The next thing I need to get clear on is, well, what is the vision? What's the goal? How would you like this to look?
I would like to be able to contribute to our family lifestyle in a positive and, meaningful way, take some pressure off my husband and, just make sure our kids are happy and healthy. I mean, you know, they have all the things. They have basically every toy I've ever needed. But like I feel like I want them to be content and happy doing their sports, doing their activities. Um, but just, getting it all together and so I really just need to get it all together. I need to line it up and just be content with our life.
Are you not now?
I would say I'm like 50-50. Like I feel like I could clearly do more, but if this was to be my life forever, I'm not mad.
Hmm.
I'm not angry. Like it is what it is. But I would always like, but it would be nice to have a little more.
What's more? What do you mean? Have a little more? A little more what?
Like a little more freedom of finances and, you know, um, maybe just not buying craft stuff.
Okay. And I'm hearing this about, okay, your vision that I'm hearing is that you would love to contribute to your family's lifestyle. Take some pressure off the husband. You want people to be content. You want everyone to be happy. Everyone's doing their crafts and their sports and their things. But you want to be able to get it together,
Yeah,
right? All those squiggly lines, LOL, all those open tabs,
right,
and contribute so that there could be a bit more ease, freedom of finances. And
yeah,
if I heard you correctly, you're about 50-50. You're like content with this, but you'd probably maybe be bored if you didn't do anything else.
right. I feel
Okay.
like yeah, exactly. 100%. You're on it.
So I want to get more clear about your vision with the craft stuff now. So I hear that for the family. What would you like this to look like for you?
I would like just a simple, you know, multi-stream income, whether it's a few, like an Etsy shop, but then also like a TikTok shop or a podcast that we're doing, something like this.
Hmm.
I can't, I have a block, like almost like a mental block where I can't, I'm too afraid. I'm so afraid of getting past that I'm like, and I just
Yeah.
stop.
Hmm.
Probably sounds really weird on
No, your
somebody that's
sound
not watching.
effects are phenomenal for this audio experience. I'm a sound effect person too, so this is going to be an animated call. So I'm hearing that you would like multiple streams of income, whether
Yeah,
that be stores and media and podcast, however that looks.
yeah,
But it sounds like you're very clear. You have a mental block, and that block though is actually fear. So can we play with that? Can we open the box up about this? I'm hearing you have a mental block, and I'm also hearing you have fear. Do you know off the top of your head or in your cells right now what that fear is?
failure mainly. Like if I do put money into things or if I do, you know, it's just not going to be enough or it's not going to be, you know, yeah, it's just not going to be enough.
Can I ask you, because it sounds like you've already put money into this.
Not like, I mean, just like buying supplies, but not like thousands or anything like that, but
Okay.
just,
So you have a fear of failure, it not being enough.
yeah.
What else?
And really it just, I don't know, like what if, yeah, I guess like what if it doesn't work out? And then what? Did I just like dream this all up in my head and then we're done? That's what scares me, I
Can I,
think.
since I'm a soul purpose coach, can we go deeper about that? Did I dream this all up in my head? Right? That a lot of people have. And I'm so glad I invited you onto this show because you are speaking for like millions of women right now. Do you understand that? Like, do you feel that?
No.
No, what? Right.
I
So,
I really feel like it's like just me. Like 100%. I feel like it's all me, all like
mhm.
and everybody else has it together. Everybody else has it going, but not me. Like,
Yeah. What a story that is. And if this was a live action audience listening to us right now, you'd probably have 75% of women in the audience raising their hand, feeling exactly like you do.
I feel like I look at all of our friends
Hmm.
and they all have their amazing careers and their amazing little homesteads and
Hmm.
whatnot. But then I'm like, I don't know if I could do the career, in an office. That's just not me. I can't do it.
Hmm.
I need to be able to have a little freedom, be home. So like I need to be like a homemaker, but also like getting that extra income come in
Cool.
that I can use to, you know, support and whatever.
You are my jazz. This is what I do. This is the whole point. Or I'd say maybe like 75% of the work I do is helping people exactly like you get to where you want to be. Okay?
Mhm.
All right, let's keep going. So, fear of failure not being enough. What if it doesn't work out? Is this just me? Everyone seems like they have it all together. Right. That's the online culture.
Yeah.
Everyone's house is neat for Instagram and these amazing videos we watch, right? And it's like, I work with people and coach people for a living. Like, it just ain't it. But we don't need to focus on that today. Okay. We're going to keep digging here for you. Do you have any other fears besides that?
I mean, a million, but
But
career
these are the top
wise,
ones.
that's fear is definitely the top one. Yeah, I feel like that movie, Inside Out. Did you ever see it?
I saw the first one, but not the second one yet.
That's what, like, I really feel like I'm that little green. No, not, I think he's
The blue
purple.
one?
No, that blue's sad. I think he's purple. But
What's
that's
the
what I feel
purple
like.
one?
He's fear. Like I feel like I'm like that nerdy little fear guy. Woo, woo, woo. Oh,
Okay.
woo, woo, over here that I can't get it out.
Well, this is great because this is what I do. I call this face the beast. This is why my work is literally about facing the dragons within you, right?
Mhm.
So, this fear of failure, that not being enough, it's not working out.
Right.
First of all, I'd love to get even more clear. Like, it's my job to get as clear as possible about these blocks with you. What is failure? Like, that's just a title, that's just one word. What would failure look like for you in these dreams?
Like it just not like I feel like I have a here's my thing is I have an Etsy shop, right? And I have had a like three or four things sitting, not published because I can't my mental block is like, yeah, but nobody's gonna want to buy it.
Okay. So now we're going deeper into the
Can't
mental
press
block.
the submit button.
Can't press submit. And it sounds like because you have a story running in your head that says, what? No one's going to buy. Go deeper. What does the story tell you? If you're going to hit that submit button, kick on the story.
You're
What
not
is
gonna
it? You're not good enough.
you know why would anybody want your things? Why would anybody want what do you why are you so special? But then again, I see things online and it's like, if you look down the bread aisle, there's lots of different breads. So clearly people are making all different types of breads. And
Right.
everybody's buying all different types of breads. Why would you
Right.
not eat their type of flavor? Okay, Emily, I got it. Get your ish together and hit the submit button. But it's just that stop sign.
There we go. Okay. So it sounds like you have a story running that says you're not good enough. Why would anyone want your stuff? Who are you? But then you have this inner dialogue going and this other like confident version who's like, so what? Who cares? People are making loads of crap out there.
Right,
Why can't I get my stuff out, right?
right.
So we're going to get clear on who the hell is talking to you right now. And this is what I call take the bitch to tea. So we're going to take the bitch to tea for a little bit.
Okay.
That dialogue of who's not good enough, I want you to go and get into your body and get into, if you're feeling it in your mind, that's fine. We're going to go into your mind. I want to ask it, like, who is this? Is this your story or is this someone else's story running in your head?
Hmm. I feel like I mean, it's not, my parents are always, has always been supportive. So it's not like anything generational or anything like that. They're amazing. My family's always been really supportive. So it's not like I think I just have a mental block of stop it. And whatever it's, I can't even say I failed. Oh, I failed at this one thing. No, I've always, you know, I went to high school and I did shot put and discus. Like I wish you could see me because I am not the shot put discus looking person. I I think like lifting a chair is heavy, and I'm like, here, I'm gonna do shot put and discus, and I'm gonna do varsity tennis, and I'm gonna do bowling. And my parents are like, okay, great, let's do it. We'll get you some bowling shoes. We'll get you a bowling ball. Great. If that's what you want to do. If that's what makes you happy. So I don't know. I just
Okay. So it sounds like your parents have actually been supportive. It's not coming from them. True or
no,
false? Okay, so it's not from them. Let's go back to the you're not good enough. Who put
okay.
that there?
Me, probably.
Okay. So you feel like it's you.
Yeah.
When was the first time you had a you're not good enough feeling? When did this start?
Okay. I feel like it started when I got fired from a job as a camp coordinator for a YMCA camp. And I really feel like that was it.
Mm,
That psyched my psyche out. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know if that made sense, but that's what it
Yeah.
was. That went, that, that, that's where my half and half came from.
Mm.
It cratered down into my soul where you were like, you did everything you're supposed to, but it wasn't enough.
How many years ago was that, Emily, where you got fired from that job?
uh 2009.
2009. Do the math till now.
Yeah. So
13,
like
15.
14 years ago, 15 years ago,
Yeah.
14.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, you've had a story inside of you. And really, not even do you had a story, you were split in half. A
Mm-hmm.
cratered hole, like a massive split happened
Mm-hmm.
in your psyche, in your body, whatever. 15 years ago. And
Yeah.
you've been walking around with these stories since.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound aligned or true?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
What does it feel like in your body having someone to like sit here and kind of
Scary.
flesh this out with? Right. It's kind of
Really
scary. Like,
scary.
ooh.
You're letting everything come out. And
Yeah.
I've always just like shoved it down into that crater. Like hopefully it would like seal it back up, but it's never enough and it doesn't do anything. And it's almost like tissue paper into a hole. Like it's stuffing it, but it gets wet and then it just dissolves again.
Okay.
So like one little thing makes it wet and dissolve, and then it's back.
Are you ready to open up this wet tissue crate paper pinata, mushy pinata of shit right now?
Oh, let's yeah, I
Or
guess.
or do you want to walk around with it like this for another 15 years?
No.
Right. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. I call this, we've done some external coaching, asking you all these outside things, getting clear about this, getting clear about that. Isn't it crazy? Like 15 minutes ago, we were talking about you contributing to the family. LOL. Now we're here, right? It's like that's the external stuff. The internal stuff is this like, I'm just gonna keep calling it this like wet mushy pinata.
You like that? I don't know how else to describe it, but it's like that's what it's like stuffing stuff in there to like try and mend it together.
But it sounds like it's ready to be opened up.
Yeah,
You wouldn't have signed up for this,
right,
showed up for this, and brought it up.
right.
which that means it wants to be healed. So let's go explore it. So let's go back to that. You're like, oh, this is kind of scary opening up about this. Oh my God, I'm talking about this. So we're just going to go in. Where do you feel it in your body? You can close your eyes now, and I'll close my eyes and just breathe with you here. When we talk about this like cavernous place you're shoving tissue paper down to and then gets wet and then you just shove some more and maybe it's a little moldy down there. I don't know. You know when crepe paper gets wet and it has a weird smell?
Yeah.
Okay, we're down there. Where do you feel this in your body?
Like it's at the bottom of my heart. Like I just, that's where it is. It's right there. It wants to like grow, but
What wants to grow?
you can't grow from mold, I guess you could say.
Right. So in your body, and I want you to connect with this as I'm talking about, in your body, you feel it in the bottom of your heart.
Like I know I'm good.
Yeah.
Like who can just buy an embroidery machine and in 3 days get it up and running with no issues?
You. Right. How many people would have that block?
Right.
Hello. Right.
And I like join all these groups and they're like, oh, how come I can't do this? And then I'm like, wait, I can do this.
Mm. Can I ask you this confidence that you're speaking to now? See how we made some space and all of a sudden, boom, a confidence story. I'm asking you about the bottom of your heart.
Yeah.
And then, oh, here comes confident Emily out of nowhere. So there's gonna be like a little brawl going on.
There is. There's a war of epic proportions in my head.
Right? Because there's like, I can't. Right? Like, no. And then there's like, bitch.
It's like, okay, maybe it's like this. It's like, climbing up the rope and you like get the momentum to get up there and then your muscles start to tighten and then you like lose grip and you start to slide down. What do they say? Like take 2 steps and then
It's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of vibe.
yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna keep going with the one that's in the bottom of your heart. The mushy paper. I want you to feel that in your body, okay? And I want to ask it, what is the story here? What's the story that keeps this feeling alive? And if you need to close your eyes and just feel and breathe into it, do that. But what's the story keeping that sensation alive?
The sensation of what? Like
Failure.
I really think it's like just I don't I don't know. It's
Don't think. See how you're holding your head right now? And see how you're in your brain? Get into your heart. Don't think about it. You can't, your brain can't do it because it's not your brain.
right.
It's this glob of energy sitting at the bottom of your heart that was created 15 years ago.
Right.
And it's looking for some oxygen. It's looking for some air. And we're delivering that today. So even put your hand on it sometimes. And people listening to this, if you're working through something emotional in your belly, you know, when it's in your belly, it's in your guts, or it's like a pain in the butt even, or in the back of the neck, whatever, hold it. Hold it. Okay. Now breathe into it and ask it. Let's ask you another question. What do you need right now?
I feel like I need clarity. I almost need to declutter my mind and declutter my gut, get on a healthy schedule. Maybe anybody's listening is probably like, this girl has some ADHD.
No, they're going to be like, oh my God, this is so me. Who is this person? Go ahead, keep going.
I really feel like maybe I just need to declutter and, this is like, it's helpful because I don't know about you, but when I like need to clean, if I have like a big cleaning job, I just need somebody to sit there, sit with me. They don't have to do anything, just talk to me and I'll hang up all my clothes real fast.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
Yep.
Or like, I just need, if somebody's like sitting there, like as I clean my kitchen, that is like the best because I just need somebody to like not hold my hand, but I need somebody else to be like an adult.
Yeah. Okay, ready for this? We're about to declutter your heart space. Okay. And I'm the person that's sitting with you and talking to you,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And you said you just need someone to hold your hand. I'm right here.
Yeah.
And before you can declutter all you want, anyone listening to this, y'all can clean, we can declutter, we can organize. But if we haven't fixed or healed or even looked at the vibrational frequency that's going on in a wound inside of us, it will continuously attract it. Do you agree with that? Does that make sense
Yeah.
to you? Right. So
I
we
get
don't want to continuously attract these fear-based stories and these blocks, right?
right.
So we're going to go in, we're going to keep going in. And I wrote this down, so don't worry. We'll make sure that's all on your homework for later. Healthy habits, organizing your house. Yeah, who doesn't need that, right?
Right.
But let's keep going. Let's ask. So that's the decluttering. And I agree. If you're feeling that maybe this area is saying like, I just need some space. So let's go back into the heart. Okay. Go back into that. And this is the wound that was created because you were fired from a job. It's a watery, papery pinata. Go back in, close your eyes, put your hands on your heart. Feel it in the bottom of your heart. And the bottom of your heart is connected to your diaphragm, which means it's connected to your breathing. Your heart and every beat it takes is connected to your breathing. And little Brody has made his way in. He's like, oh,
Hello. Hello.
hello.
Hello.
Okay, so go back in and ask. Either,
Yeah.
what do you need right now? What does this wound need?
It needs closure and it
Mhm.
needs support and it needs, but I have all those things, but I feel like my heart knows I have it, but my head is maybe that's where it is. It's like that 50-50. My heart knows I have it. My head needs a little convincing. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like I,
Okay. Ask the heart, ask the wound in the heart.
you know,
Ask it, what does support look like?
ugh, Jayme, you're digging at some heartstrings over here because I
I know, that's what I do. Welcome to my life. See why I can't talk about weather and fucking football?
yeah.
Because I'm here for the deep shit. But I don't want to distract you. Keep going in. What does support look like? Not to your brain. See, you're touching your brain again. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, right? Keep your hand on your heart.
It just it's just that extra oomph of you got this. You're amazing. Why are you so afraid? Why do you hate yourself that you can't get past that one lady that didn't know what to do?
Mhm,
Why are you so mad at her when you know that you're good at what you want to do?
mhm.
That makes sense?
Yeah. So let's take the bitch to tea. Bring the essence of that woman in without, just like calling on the highest, holiest, purest, most divine forms of light. We're only doing light work here right now. But in the idea of you have a fragment of the
Mhm.
consciousness of that person living in you, and you need to release her from your body.
Right.
Take the bitch to tea. Imagine that you are in a tea room with her right now, and you've got a wild red and purple outfit on. You've got a big fucking hat, maybe. I don't know. And
Okay.
there's like finger sandwiches and little macarons and all sorts of stuff. And tea just got poured. Maybe it's a hot day. So maybe it's like an Arnold Palmer.
Okay.
And the consciousness of that woman. And we're not calling her into this, we're calling her out of your body.
Yeah.
The version of you that, boom, that happened. It was a trauma. It imprinted in your field and it got stuck in your body. It's like a splinter. I want you to pull it out now and invite her to tea. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. You're both sitting down in ridiculous outfits, maybe the net over the hat. We're dressed up like the Kentucky Derby. Okay.
Okay.
Now sit down at a table with her.
Okay.
What would you like to tell her?
I was good. I was really good. I had it
Mhm.
all together.
Mhm.
But because I didn't do the job of the maintenance man. That's why.
Mm.
That's why I had to leave. Maybe it was like a blessing in disguise because maybe I am more of a homebody, but there could have been a different way. Like you could have asked, you could have asked, is everything okay?
Mm.
Do you need some home time? Or, but
No, it's okay. What were the needs that you had in that moment at that job?
I felt like I didn't know anybody. I was up in a one stoplight town in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
And as a director, it was just me and like maybe one other family that I knew. So, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anybody. And I truly was doing my best. So that's what I think.
Yeah. What else did you have a need for?
I feel like there wasn't a lot of training, I guess, and I needed to like, not to be handheld, but just like, hey, this is what we need to do, or you know, do we didn't have like meetings or anything like that. So it kind of came as a shock
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
be let go.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've just been holding on to it for far too long. And
Yeah.
she needs to not be in my headspace anymore,
In your heart space.
my heart space, in anywhere, in any of my body crevices.
So we're going to look right at her right now.
Okay.
And I want you to repeat. These were your words. I want you to look at her and say, I was good. I was damn good at that job.
Yeah, I was good. I was damn good at that job. I was organized. My coworkers, I mean, my employees loved me. I still talk to them all the time.
Mm.
I'm still friendly with all of those people except her.
Mm.
Not weird?
Mm-hmm.
Not crazy?
It's perfect. I want you to say to her, I had a need for more training and I didn't receive it.
I had a need for more training and it was never offered.
I needed more guidance and I did not receive it.
I needed more guidance and I did not receive it.
I would have loved some more meetings and connection points.
I would have loved some more meetings and connection points.
And honestly, it was shocking to be let go with no communication.
And it was incredibly shocking to be let go with no communication.
Where do you feel this in your body now, Emily?
Rising up. Like
Where? Like you want to what?
I want to vomit, but not
Yeah.
like actually.
Yeah, no, you need to get it out. This is what stuck energy, everyone, what she's explaining to you is what stuck energy in the body feels like. So we need to get this out, Emily, right?
Yeah.
What else do you want to say to her now that you have her attention, let's say?
You lost a good employee.
Yes. Say that again.
You lost a good employee.
One more time.
You lost a good employee.
What does that feel like when you say that?
Better. Yeah.
Okay. Where do you feel this in your body now?
Getting blocked in my head.
Great. So let's go there because we've got a lot of head block stuff, right? So we've got her out. We got to make sure she doesn't go back in. Okay. So I just want you to put your hand on your heart and call on your light, your own source of light. It starts from within us. It is our birthright. I want you to fill it up with the I am damn good at that job energy. Can you fill up that hole in your heart right now where we just pulled out the splinter of her? fill it up with, I'm actually damn good at this.
Right.
Okay. So we're not going to allow her to come back in. Do you agree?
Agree.
You may have to do what I just said. You filling up your whole, it's called energetic wound care.
Mhm.
You're going to have to like take care of this wound for like 2 weeks to a month. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because what we don't want to do is have a gaping open wound and something else attract of unworthiness into that area. Okay. But what's happening is now it's moving up. So now we got to track it. It's like tracking an animal. Now we got to go with where it's going. And some of that lifted up, and you said you felt better. All right. So we're moving it. But now it's gone up into the head. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Where in your head do you feel this?
Like swirling all around. No,
Swirling all around.
just like this. Like,
Yep. That's like the 5th time you've grabbed your head, right? So how could we be clear about things, right? When you're constantly needing to like calm the swirl.
yeah.
Okay. So let's get clear on what is a swirl? When did this start?
Probably then, like just, because then after that, I was like, well, I went to school for event planning and sports and hospitality, and I couldn't make it there. So then I feel like I was just, trying this, trying that, trying this, trying that, trying this. And here comes the swirls. Here comes the swirls. Let me try this. Let me try that. And then I feel like crafting, it allowed me to just try all these different ways to get it out, which was so great. I mean, I went from just making wreaths to having an embroidery business that like I'm doing good at. And yeah, of course I want more followers and stuff like that. Of course, who doesn't? But I need to like mainstream that in my head of just do it. Go forth and do it because no one's stopping you besides yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't be afraid to just do it because nobody else is afraid on the internet. And if they are, they're not showing it, they're doing it. And I feel like we're in the age of the internet. So things progress because of the TikToks or the Snapchats or the Instagrams. Maybe I'm dating myself. I don't even know if these things are cool, but like
It's all right.
that's what I like. I feel
Let's
like
go.
it's to go.
Let's go back to the swirl because see how this stronger, more confident version of Emily is coming out and staying a little bit longer every time.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you feel more relaxed in that version of you.
I do.
So there's a switch taking place, which is good.
Right.
But let's go back to the swirl because the swirl is going to just take you and fling you out to shore somewhere again.
Yeah.
So I want you to pin the tail on the swirl, on the unicorn, on the dragon, whatever. I want you to feel it in your head, the swirling.
Okay.
What is the purpose? Ask the swirling in your head. Be like, what is the point? What is the purpose of this swirl, this mind spinning?
It's just like trying all these things to get to the end goal, which is to show that I can do it and I can make it and I can be it.
Who are you trying to prove that to?
Myself, I feel like.
What does it feel like to hear that you're trying to prove to yourself that you can do it?
Scary.
Yeah, why?
Because I want better for my life and it's scary because what if I don't get it? Like then what? Do I have to go to like the corporate world and sit in a dank office and miss my kid's life because I'm not home.
Yeah.
That's
So that's the fear.
yeah.
Missing out on your children's lives
Yeah.
and being stuck inside somewhere.
Having somebody else watch my kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Where do you feel that?
That I feel in my heart. Like
Yeah.
that one hurts because I
Yeah.
don't want somebody else having to raise my kids and I'm sure that's like a lot of people's issues is this day and age. This day and age over here, 15 miles. Um, you have to work maybe 2 or 3 jobs to even like
Afford childcare.
afford
Yeah.
life.
It's insane. Yeah.
I mean, that's the scary part is affording life and everything is just so expensive. So like you're always looking for another source of income, especially if you're not the breadwinner,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Sounds like there's pressure.
I'm sure, oh yeah.
Is pressure part of that swirl in the brain?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Emily, when I hear you say that it's like you've got this fear that it's not going to work out and it's not going to go anywhere and nothing's going to happen. How is that any different from what's happening right now?
It's not. I just need to get it out, talk about it, get it done, and move forward. But really, I mean, I always see like things that it's like, oh, what's your trauma? And I'm like, no trauma, no trauma. I had a great life. I still have a great life. But you're right. That was that one clot that just wouldn't pass and let other things pass.
Mhm. Check in with it now. How is that clot doing? Interesting how it went from a paper mache, wet tissue paper pinata to now it's a fucking clot.
Yeah.
Check in with it. What's going on there?
It's dissipating because I know that I'm good. I know that I'm better. And I've come so far from that spot. But to talk about it, that's where it gets all fun.
Yeah,
in my-
no, this is like I'm sitting on the corner of your bed with you while you're just like rummaging through old clothes, right? Wondering if you should get rid of the get rid of pile and should I keep it, right? Okay, so now it's turned into a clot. I also am hearing that, you've got these fears of it not working out and it not right, but there's not much moving right now. So can you see any connection that you're currently living in the failure energy that you're so afraid to feel?
I mean, I feel like I feel a lot of things, but I feel like I force it away. So no.
What do you mean you feel a lot of things?
I mean, I feel like I'm a little bit of like an empath, so I feel
Yeah.
a lot of emotions, and maybe that's where I'm having like these battles in my head of
Yeah.
confidence and failure. I don't know if those go hand in hand, but
Yes. It's two sides of the same coin. Confidence and failure. Can I ask you, what are you doing to protect your energy field, especially if you're an empath?
nothing.
Yeah. What do you deep down inside know? If you're feeling other people's energy, you're picking up on other people's energy. Your husband's a first responder. He's coming home with some fucking shit.
Yeah.
What are you doing for house, home, and body to cleanse and clear all that up?
Nothing. I'm harboring it. I'm
Harboring.
holding it because I'm the stay-at-home mom. I'm the one holding on to it so that nobody else can feel it and stress it.
Let's pull it out now. If you're ready. I mean, unless you want to keep holding on to it. Pull some of it out. What's something recently that you think as you feel, as a stay-at-home mom, you're the one at home, we're house and home, hearth, we're all of that. And then people come home and the kids have meltdowns and blah, 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 and we are just the sounding board, that we're the catch-all.
Yeah. I, f- I feel that. So my oldest son, this is where he's 6, but he also has like a little bit of ADHD, maybe a lot of it. I don't know. But he can go. He's like a Sour Patch Kid. He's like so sweet one minute, and then the next he could be sour.
Mm-hmm.
And I try and keep the everything low key so I don't like he doesn't get worked up and that's like maybe that's where it is.
Where what is?
Where like that like I want to be like a peaceful mom, but I feel like I don't want him to be hurt or upset or sad, so I hold it for him. And I like try my hardest to be like an understanding mom, but I don't know. I'm still learning about, ADHD and boys in general. I
Yeah.
came from 3 girls,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know rarely I don't even know anything about boys. So every day I'm like, oh, okay, so you have some emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get that. Okay, you have some energy that you need to get out. I mean, I always watch your Facebook page and I'm like, he does. He's got some wild energy that he just needs to like get out. I swear this kid could like run a marathon. He just has so much energy and I feel like I hold on to like the negative so he doesn't have to hold it because it's a lot. It's a lot to hold on to.
Emily, what's going to happen if you continue to hold on to other people's
I feel like
intense
that
emotions?
I explode and then I feel bad.
Okay, what I'm hearing from you is you're holding on to all of it, all these things. You just gave us a great, perfect example. You know you need to release it. And for example, you're taking on other people's big, intense emotions, and then you hold on to it.
Yeah.
And then eventually it explodes, and then you explode it right back onto everyone else, right? So it's this like really fun back and forth, wish wash, right? What will happen if you continue to do this for the next 20 years?
My kids will have trauma. I don't want them to have trauma. I want them to be happy and content little kids and, enjoy life.
Yeah. You sound like an awesome mom, first of all. Anyone hearing this, like you have more patience than most of us, I'll just say.
Thank
Hearing
you.
you say this, okay? You're an awesome mom.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when we want our children to be a certain way, we can only demonstrate it to them.
Yeah.
What are you demonstrating to your children by taking on some of their biggest shit for them?
Part of me is like, mom will always be there.
Yeah. Can mom always be there without taking on all their shit?
Yeah. No, she can't because it's going to be, I'm going to lose it. So I need to let it go.
What does support look like for you? What would it feel like to be supported as a mom at home with 2 intense children? We've got a lot of intense babies on the planet. You know, I'm writing a book about that too.
Hmm.
These kids are coming in, man. They got some powerful work to do.
Yeah.
And they're choosing the wombs and the homes and the families that can handle them. These kids chose you because you can handle it. What does support look like for you?
Just being able to provide for my family. I need to provide for my family.
I think that's under goal. That's a goal. You
Yeah.
want to provide for family. What does support look like for you?
I don't know. I mean, I have tons of support, so that's not really where it's at, but
What are you pretending to not know right now?
I don't know.
It's right here. There's something right here that wants to come out, and it's like a little animal peeking around the corner. Is it safe? Is it safe to be seen?
Yeah.
What do you need, Emily?
I just need I need to get my life to a better point, and I need to not be afraid.
So when I asked you about needs, you come out with life, get to a better place, and then right to not be afraid. What is that better place?
Um, just being content in the house, in the home, in our lives. And I don't know how to find that or where to find that, or do that correctly.
So I'm going to challenge you because we started out with that, and you said you're pretty content. So my question to you is, I think this is heading towards desires. I think this is going to pull up some of your deep-seated desires that you have.
Mhm.
I'm going to challenge you to think way bigger than that. I think you actually want more than just being content. Yeah. Okay, you guys, you didn't hear that, but she just really quickly nodded. It was basically, real quick. You didn't even get to think about it, and your body fucking reacted to that. Okay. So tell me, what do you actually want?
I want health. I want mental health and
Why? What would being healthier and having a better mental health, a better mental state, what would that give you?
I feel like it would give me clarity and that hand-holding support of you're doing a great job for your kids and you're doing a great job for your family and your life.
Emily, you're doing a great job with your kids. You're doing a great job. You have a happy family. Your kids are happy. They're content. They're well fed. They're well slept. They're
Yeah.
learning. We were talking about swim lessons right before this. You're talking about going to a fair. They have all the toys they want. You brought that up. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, baby.
What here?
So I'm hearing that what you actually want is maybe a healthier state, a healthier mental state as well. You want clarity, and you do like hand holding support.
Yeah.
And you also just want to be reaffirmed, basically, that you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Is that what support looks like for you?
Yeah.
So for you, it's more like the personal recognition from people and the verbal affirmation. Does that sound right?
Yeah. Like you almost need like a more adult person to be like, you're doing a great job.
How long have you needed that?
I think maybe since I had my kids.
So personal support, reassurance, verbal affirmations, and you've needed and wanted all this since having children. I can imagine the women listening to this right now. Right? Because when you have kids, it goes from like you're kind of like how long after giving birth you're kind of like, wait, where are the grown-ups? Who's where? When are the grown-ups showing up?
They at.
And then you're like,
At.
where they at, Brody, right? Where they at? Where you at? He's like a little New Orleans kid. Where you at? It's like, and then you're like, oh my God, where are the parents? Where are the grown-ups? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Right. I feel like you spend your whole life that, someone was giving you the ideas and now you have your own life and you can do the things. You can paint your walls. You can, you don't need a hand holding anymore,
Yeah.
except maybe
Okay.
from your spouse.
Yeah.
And he's
There's
amazing.
only so much that our partners can be for us, right? And then we want them to be our partners and our spouses and co-parents, right? We don't want them to be our parents and our
Right.
guidance counselors and our principals and all of that, Okay. We've explored a lot today.
Yeah.
We're not done. We have a few more minutes here together, if you're cool with that.
Okay.
I want to check in with you now. How do you feel inside your body?
I feel better and I let more decluttered, I guess. I do. I feel like talking about it, taking it out. Maybe I probably should have seen a therapist years ago.
I think you need a coach.
Yeah.
You need someone who's going to hold your hand and hold your feet to the fire.
Yeah.
Also, there's this where, we weren't going to clear this up in one session, was the battle, but was it helpful for you to get clear about the fact that you've got these two dialogues going on?
I do. I know. And again, there's your hand holding. Is somebody needed to show me that you have two wars going on in your head.
Mhm.
You're fearful, but you're confident. And you don't need to be cocky, but you can be confident
Yeah.
and learn that with your confidence, you can become the best mom or, a better mom.
Mhm.
And you can have a nice household and you can be enough for your kids.
Can I ask you, you've focused a lot today and we've gotten clear on a lot of the failure feelings that you have. What if it doesn't go right? What if all falls apart? What if I fail? I want to ask you real quick, how good could it get if you fully got behind this mission and vision of yours?
I feel like it could be really good.
Yeah. Tell me about how good it could get.
I just, I could have a business that's thriving and helpful and working and that could do a lot of things for our family.
What would tell me about this thriving business? What would a thriving business actually look like for you?
Something that like can help my family. And, I feel like I always compare myself to other people. So maybe that's where this failure and confidence is coming from is,
A lot of people do it. It's called comparanoia.
yeah, that probably sounds exactly right.
I feel like we still haven't really touched and scratched the surface of your desires, though, because I know you and I've known you for 20 years.
Mhm.
And I hear you that you want the thriving business to help your family. But I think there's a version of you you're not allowing to breathe or
Yeah,
be seen at all. The version of you that drives around in that new freaking car you want because you can afford it. The
yeah,
version of you that can go and be dressing exactly how you want and have memberships to gyms or Pilates and this and that, and ones that can take your kids to Costa Rica for a week.
that I want to be able to travel with my kids. And if that's something that like is helpful, yes. You mean
See
like
how
I
you
don't
sat
want,
up? I'm just sorry. I'm giving our listeners the verbal cues that are happening. As soon as I said all that, you sat up.
yeah,
You're embodying when we talk about this version of you, we're giving her space to embody within
yeah.
you. So what do
I,
you really want?
I want to be able to travel with my kids. I want to, yes, have a nice house, have a peaceful, quiet house, and then just being able to enjoy life with my boys, including my husband, because he's a boy too.
What will all this provide you?
Security.
What else?
Just a sense of knowing that like it's okay. Everything is okay.
Is everything okay right now?
Yeah,
Right.
it is. And we're incredibly lucky. But sometimes I feel like I always get that fear of what if it is what if one day it isn't?
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to get to that what if it isn't?
Mhm.
Because that scares me. There's my fear is I came from I had a great childhood growing up.
And then
And it's working towards that. I mean, like to give my kids what my parents gave me is I want to make sure that everything is good for my kids.
Mhm.
That they had the life that I had.
So what action steps can you take in your business, in this business that you're trying to get off the ground, so that you can start adding to the family, adding to the lifestyle, getting to a place where you can start spending on things like travel and a nicer house and enjoying time with your boys, feeling secure? What action step could you take
Removing
that
the
you,
stop sign.
what'd you say?
Removing the stop sign.
Yeah.
Knowing that I have what it takes and just not being afraid to do it.
Say it again. Removing the stop sign and doing
What I
what?
know that I'm good at and not having the fear of it.
And what's it gonna take for you to fully embody that?
pride in my, I need somebody to say, wow, you did a good job. Thank you. And I hear it all the time when somebody
Right.
takes a product,
Mm-hmm.
but in my head, it's just not work, not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
I hear it all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but
What's
I'm
a
not.
new story? Because it takes 40 to 62 days. I'm pretty sure, like scientifically, neurologically, it takes about 40 to 62 days, depending on the person, to create a new neurological groove, to create a new story. How willing are you to release these stories in your brain that are telling you otherwise?
I am willing and I need to so I can be better, do better, want better for my kids, for my family, for my life.
Give me a percentage, 0 to 100. How willing are you to release some of those stories in your brain today, this week, this month?
I'm like 90% there.
Right. What's the
Also,
gap?
well, I just there's some things that I'm okay with and I do enjoy about my life. And I just
Yeah.
need to
Like what?
like I love my creativity and I love my life and I need to do it. That's my problem. I need to do it.
Okay. Guess what? We're going to do it
We're gonna do
right
it.
now. I want you to pull up your Etsy store.
Okay.
Is it up?
Yep.
Okay. Go to those 3 things you have up there.
Okay.
The 3 that are unpublished.
Mhm.
Okay. Pull them up one by one. What are they? Explain them to our readers, our listeners, our listeners.
They're personalized baby bib and burp cloth sets.
Cute.
Yeah. They're
Okay.
embroidered. They have monograms made out of muslin, cotton, really soft, beautiful, and hand, they're all personalized. So you can, you know, wash them and, you know, they're really pick the font, pick the color, pick the thread color,
Cute.
anything you want on it.
Okay.
So we have that, and then we have one that has like holidays, and then we just have some christening, some baptism things.
Ooh,
So
your breathing's changed.
yeah,
Explain to me what's going on in your body.
makes me happy looking at it.
It does. It makes you happy looking at it. She's beaming. Okay, now hit publish. You're doing it. We're not getting off this call until you hit publish.
Where are you?
And while you're hitting publish and doing all that, how many actual items of things do you need to put up in your Etsy store right now?
How many do I need, or how many do I have?
How many things have you created over the years that we've watched as your friends? How many things could you put up? How many
So
things have you created over the last, what, 5 years, 10 years? How long have you been doing this?
yeah, probably like 10
What,
years.
10 years? How many things have you done created? I mean, you have like, you could like print things out on glasses and wine glasses. And every time we get together and have a thing, you've made all this personalized, specialized stuff.
Hmm.
How badly do you need to fill up your Etsy actually?
Um, I don't know. I don't. I mean, I could do like 40 posts, but then I'm like, oh, who would even want to buy that? There goes my fear.
Right. 40 things. Did everyone hear that correctly? She didn't even flinch. It wasn't like, oh, maybe a handful. Oh, maybe a dozen. 40. You had 40 sitting in your head.
Yeah,
Yeah. Did you hit publish yet?
I gotta find one photo because I want to make
Okay,
sure.
go ahead. I'm sitting here with you until it's done, and we're celebrating you collectively on this call.
Okay.
So take your time. I'm going to keep talking to you, okay? And I think, look, this is why you're a great example of someone who could really benefit from coaching. Because look, and I know Brody's in the room and your husband's in the other room, and we're going as deep as you were ready to go deep with here today. Do you agree with that? Like with what was ready to come up? And this is when things aren't gonna be totally solved in one session, but can you feel how much we've been moving already in just this last hour, Emily?
Yeah.
How much do you think you've shifted in the last hour, maybe hour and 10 minutes?
It's definitely brought up a lot of feelings and vibes and things that I was suppressing.
Yeah. Was this stuff that now that we've brought it to light, can you continue to live with a bunch of these stories operating in your body, the energy and essence of other people fragmented in your body? Like, look at your face right now.
Yeah.
How's it going to work out if we keep going with that?
Yeah. Not good.
It's not. Right?
Right.
And this is why we get help. And multiple times you talked about needing your hand held.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay. And I know you would say, need my hand held. Well, not like that, but that's what you keep saying.
Right.
You do want your hand held.
I just want
You want
somebody to say,
guidance.
it's okay. Yes, guidance. Guidance. That's a good.
Yeah. It's guidance.
Yeah.
And how many people do you play guidance counselor for?
I don't know. Probably not my kids.
Pay attention. Yeah. I mean, obviously, as moms, we are. Pay attention to how many people actually come to you for guidance. Can you do that for me walking into the rest of the summer?
Yeah.
Okay. How's it going over there in Etsy Land?
It's good. I'm loading.
You're loading? Okay. Let it load. I want to ask you now, what would it look like if you had support, guidance, and coaching for this business? If you just let's say you had time for this, you had funds for this, you could choose any coach you wanted. If you had a year's worth of coaching and business coaching, what would happen to your business?
I feel like it would thrive.
Right. What does thrive mean?
Positivity, vacations.
How much money?
It could be like $60,000 if we put it all together.
I'm going to do the math on that real quick. What's that divided by 12? I'm not doing math while I'm in coaching mindset. 5,000 done. Yeah. $5,000 months.
Mm-hmm.
How available do you think that is for you?
It would. I have to do it.
No shit. Right. Right. This is what everyone's block is at the end of the day, is the taking action. Taking action.
Yeah.
Right. And unless for most people, unless you have, you're totally clear and have healed up all your trauma and understand all your blocks and have removed blocks and understand your tendencies and all the ways you're going to cop out on yourself and all the ways you're going to talk yourself out of it. Unless you're really in that state, you need help.
Yeah.
So let's go back to this. If you received help for a year with this,
Right.
what would happen to your business by the end of the year?
I think it would blossom. I think it would be prosperous and helpful. And it's crazy to, maybe that's my other thing is you can own your own business. And then it's oh wait, you can own your own business. Then you have nobody to talk to except yourself.
I'm talking to you right now.
I know.
And I have multiple businesses. And you know what? People want to fucking talk to me all day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can pay for that. right? So what can people pay you for?
Yeah. My creativity.
Right. And how many people online or in life do you see are like, oh, I'm not creative. I wish I was creative.
I know.
I just spent $210 last night on my grandmother's 80th birthday presents that I had to search for some fucking stuff online and have it shipped to her house within 48 hours. And I'm the old, like, we had 4 siblings putting towards her 80th birthday. And I'm like, and Edible Arrangements wants to charge $65 for shipping. I was like, get out of here. So I found like this
Pick it
like
up.
Harold and David stuff. And it's like, I've got boxes like, this is the stuff that people are looking for to spend money on
Right.
to get gifts. And it sounds like this is what you do. So they're either finding your stuff or they're not.
Right.
So besides you uploading right now, whatever you're uploading right now, what are some other action steps you know you need to take to increase your visibility and get your stuff out there?
I need to be more present on social media because that's the way of the life. You need to be on social media. You need to be doing all of the social media things. Look, I made a cute little business card. Boop.
Oh, it's perfect.
Gotta hand them out.
So what social media platforms do you want to be on?
I mean,
What's gonna be the easiest? Which ones do you really like?
I feel like TikTok and Instagram. Instagram is great.
TikTok and Insta. Have you made logins for these yet?
Yeah.
You have them already?
Yeah.
Of course you do. LOL. Okay. So you've got that. What else do you need for your business right now? What other action steps you know you need to take?
I have I need to do my Shopify. That's a
Okay.
fun one. I think that might be considered social media, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Shopify, getting the store up and running.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, have you organized out all the clients you have had already? People who have paid you or whatever?
No.
How many people have you sold to?
Probably 50, maybe.
What the actual F, dude? Dude, it's usually about 75 minutes in where I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. 50 clients are for the love of God. This is I know you follow my writing. I'm not joking. When I ask women this far in, because they're like, oh, I haven't done it. Oh, it's today. And then I'm like, how many people have you sold to? 50, 75. One woman told me 150. I was like, get out of here. So guess what? The next thing you need to do is organize that out.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a link to my not a lead list. It's a client list. And you're
Okay.
going to put their name and you're going to put their email and you're going to put their phone number if you have it. And then you can also make a notes section that talks about like what you sold to them. If you want to do that, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But then guess what we're going to do when you organize that out? If I send you a link to a nice organized out thing, can you go back? How long will it take you to organize out 50 names of clients and their emails?
Probably a week. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been
Like
15 years, so I have to
right.
go back and look at everything I've made, but
We'll wrap up with your homework in a minute, but this is part of it. And then guess what you're going to do to all those 50?
email.
Yeah. And what are we going to say? What's a fun little, is there a summer discount? Is there, hey, my store's up, my Etsy store is up. Have you seen this? Is there oh my God, are you following me on social media? Is there a returning customer discount for summer of 2024 because you've got these really fun summer projects you're getting out?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You should see her thinking. Her brain's running right now. I can see it. What were the thoughts that just popped into your head? Because like 12 just popped into your head.
Oh yeah. Just like things that I could say, things that I could do besides bibs and whatnot.
Exactly. Okay. Did you hit publish yet?
Yeah.
Are all 3 things published?
Just one.
Just
one. Yeah.
It's one thing, but the three different things in it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want you to walk me back through. What are you committing to after this call today, Emily?
Prioritizing, doing better for myself, and being a best version of myself.
Say it again. So prioritizing what?
Prioritizing my health,
Okay.
prioritizing my business,
Mm-hmm.
and not being afraid.
How are you going to do that?
Taking away that stop sign and doing it
Yeah.
and wanting better. Prioritizing my child's well-being and adventure for life.
I think it's going to be you taking action every day.
Yeah.
What would it be like to commit to taking action for this business every day?
Just not being afraid.
Yeah. What do you need for support to do that, to take action every day?
Checking in.
Yep. So what I was going to suggest to you is I actually think you'd be a great candidate for basically it's voice memo coaching, but I don't want to say it's voice memo coaching only, but it's like the idea that you and I don't need to hop on like 90-minute calls all the time to sit here and do this. You need a coach in your back pocket who's there for you when you can be like, oh, I ran into a fear block. Oh, Jayme, let me tell you this. Can you just, and to send then, oh my God, I did it. And to celebrate you, right? And to give you regular, like daily accountability, to have someone to check in on and to have someone breathe life into your vision with you. That's what I think you need.
I really do feel like that. Like I need somebody just to be like, yeah, celebrating me. I did it. You did it. Great job.
And then you sharing me links to this and that, and then you being like, I did this, I did that. Oh my God, I got a client. Hey, I organized out those 50. I'm ready to send an email. Where should I do that? Great. Let's talk about that next. So this isn't like a one and done. You're going to have a lot to do over the next year. I'm not trying to
No, that's what I
be
need.
scary about that, but it's like, this is fucking real. Like if you're choosing right now to move forward on an action basis, it's time. You're going to have to put towards it daily. There will be days where you don't want to do it. That's fine. But even if it's putting one picture up, like what you did today, and like finalizing that and putting that up, if you put up all of the stuff and you got your Shopify going and you had links for people to sell and the organic algorithms were working and you were sharing on social media and then you were being really good and organized and prioritizing all your leads, all the people who say they want to buy from you, and then all your customers, who have bought from you, and you were staying in regular contact with them, where would your business be in a year?
Thriving. Hopefully.
Right. Closer and closer to that $60,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that your goal?
Yeah.
A $60,000 a year.
That would be
If
more than
you
enough.
were making $60,000, how would the family feel about that?
Freedom, free, released. Maybe the boys wouldn't understand it, but
Oh, they would. Energetically, they would. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
The other thing is I'm going to teach you how to prioritize yourself too and how to really keep your energy field clear and safe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's been a hot minute. I think we've been on this for like 90 minutes. So can I ask? I have another call at 2:30, so I've got like 13 minutes to my next one.
Okay.
I want to check in with you. How do you feel now?
I feel free. I feel like I talked it out. You definitely showed me that there was something deep that I was pushing down further. And I need to not let that harbor or prevent me from doing better things that I know that I'm good at.
Yeah.
Diving.
I like that I'm hearing that you feel more free now. That's going to open up some
Mommy.
space. We looked at some stuff that was some old,
When-
ancient stuff in you.
Yeah.
We brought it to life, got it some air. We're going to need to keep digging there. This isn't a one and done. Hey, maybe you'll be able to move through it and you're good. And you can just like sit in meditation and go outside and go to the water and like really release it.
Yeah.
Keep doing energetic wound care, but there's more will come up. You know, when you start opening up this stuff and then you're gonna like have a memory and it's gonna be like, oh shit, remember when that happened? You know,
Yes.
that's gonna happen. I'm here for you. So I'm gonna stop this recording. You and I can figure out you and I moving forward.
Yes.
And I
All
just want to say thank you for being so brave to come on here. I'm definitely putting this episode up because so many women are in your position. And I can't wait to get back the feedback or people being like, oh my God, that was so me. So anyone listening, you can text me. You can text the show host right from this episode. And Emily, I'm going to invite you. If you don't have time to read the book that I have out, which I think you signed up
Yeah.
for, if you don't have time for that, and like it's going to be in paperback on Amazon soon type of vibe. Right now it's just in the colorful ebook. Listen to the podcast episodes because I'm breaking every section down. Okay. They will be helpful, but I really think you having voice note coaching from me is going to be super helpful for you in this path and this vision.
I agree.
Okay. All right. Thanks for putting yourself out there and being so vulnerable.
That was
Shit.
tough. That was tough, but
That
I
was
needed
tough.
it.
You did it. You're a good mom. You're a creative being and you're damn good at this.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. I'm going to stop this recording so you stay on real tight. And thank you for all of our listeners for such a good session. If you would like to be coached by me and if you want to be a badass like this woman, you text me on the show notes, you let me know, and I would be honored to coach you and help you through whatever it is to living your most aligned, divine, most exciting, most rewarding life you have. All right. Until next time, talk soon.